Hi everyone! Welcome to another episode of the Wednesday Show. Today we're coming to you live from a different location than usual. We're actually in the Outreach and Communications office here because we're going to be showing you something really special today.
Yeah.
But before we do that,
the WCA is still open and our services are still available for anyone who might need them. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic abuse or sexual assault of any kind, you can call our hotline number. It's 24 hours and anonymous, and that's 208-343-7025. And if it's not safe for you to make a call, our crisis center at 720 West Washington Street is open for you to walk in and get the help you need.
yes. And without further ado, our theme song sent in by an anonymous viewer, an anonymous fan, if you will.
It's the Wednesday show with Beck and Liv. The Wednesday show with Beck and Liv. They talk about relationships and how they both live as roommates. It's the Wednesday show with Beck and Liv.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you, anonymous fan.
Thanks so
who
much.
may or may not be in the building, potentially just down the door. You never know.
You never know. So today we're going to be talking about our outreach toolkits. So when this whole pandemic started, we had to switch up our outreach approaches and try to figure out ways that would make it the most safe and still engaging and informative for people in our community and getting the awareness out that we needed to. So one of the ways we were doing this is through our lives. So thank you all for continuing to watch them and sharing them and commenting and engaging with us. That's been really fun throughout the past few months. But also, the new way that we've just finished getting set up is through these toolkits. So it's kind of like a takeout. I think we're calling them outreach takeout.
Takeout kits, yes.
Takeout kit. So you will get a paper bag, and Liv has to show off the stamp she got.
Yes. I made this
She
stamp.
made this stamp. She
This
developed
is
this
my
stamp.
biggest work feat yet. So the stamp is large, my hand for reference. We got this very large stamp pad. I don't know if anyone was really into stamps when they were a kid, but in my basement we had a drawer filled with stamps. So
Wow.
this really fulfilled my childhood dreams of creating my own
That's a massive stamp.
Yes. So we're doing all of these by hand, like Becca said. So we'll just be putting them in the stamp pad and then onto these awesome little takeout paper bags.
And it looks like this.
Oh, it'll be
Oh,
backwards
PC.
on the screen.
Well, it says WCA Outreach, and it's like a little, like a food takeout almost.
Yeah.
So it's
got
meant.
the logo.
So the point of these takeout bags is that usually when we would do community outreach events or awareness events or any kind of event, we would take materials from our office to those events, and then that would then be taken back into the office. The same materials and the same things we used. So to kind of mitigate the exposure and risk for everyone involved, we decided to develop these takeout kits so that they're meant to be delivered to whatever event is happening, and then they can just stay with the host. They can stay with the organizer. So they can use them for future outreach if they want. They can use them for future awareness, but they don't need to be returned to the WCA at all. So we're going to show you what those look like and show you what a table setup could be. for
Yeah.
that.
Should we talk about first how they would request one if they're interested?
Oh, yes. Sure.
You
Yes.
should do that.
So if you haven't requested things from the WCA before, there's an event request form online. So you can just fill that out as we regularly would, and then we develop this internal Google form so that we can figure out exactly what we would provide you with based on what's available and what we think would be best for your needs for that event. So we have youth-specific materials and handouts and, things that are specific for college, and then even religious-centered materials as well.
So just depending on what your event is and where you're at, we'll figure out what materials would work best for you. Yeah.
So let's get
Pull
into
out
the
the
toolkit.
kit. Pull out the kit.
So here's another bag.
Ta-da! I feel
And-
Vanna White.
I know, I like this table. I don't know why.
It feels truly like
Feels
we're news
more like we're
broadcasters.
news broadcasters. Anyway, so we made these stand-up signs. These come with every toolkit. So in every toolkit, you'll get these signs. And I'm realizing you won't be able to read them.
Tell them what the
but we can
information
tell you
is.
what's on there. So, I'm just gonna take this down for
Sorry,
now.
I have this for the comments.
So one of them tells you how many 911 calls there were in Ada County, so it's Ada County specific. And those numbers, I believe, are pretty like standard throughout the country. Don't think these are higher or lower than anywhere else. And then just telling you that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have experienced rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner. So these are meant to be, I think, even if there is a WCA staff person there, these are just meant to be more informative so that people kind of know what the WCA is about just by looking at the table and can come up and ask questions about these statistics.
Our next one is about our shoe card. It explains what shoe cards are, why you should carry one, and what you can do if you have one. Next, we have a picture of the WCA Crisis Center, and it has our hotline numbers and what the WCA is and what we're about. And then our last one is talking about the services that we provide at the WCA, and that's going to fall. So in your toolkit, you won't have these big plastic, what are they called?
Like display signs?
Yeah, you'll have little to-go
easels.
Easels, yes. I'm forgetting all the words today. So you'll have little to-go easels, and then you'll get these papers that you can put in those easels, and that way we don't need the easels back, and you can keep them at your event or recycle them or what have you.
Yeah. And the signs, just so you know, they're not just like regular paper, they're made of cardstock, so we printed a bunch of these just so they can go with whatever event, and then you can keep them if you feel they might be helpful in the future.
If you have a recurring event or a place where you would be doing this table multiple times, I think it makes it a lot more.
Yeah, especially just the ones that show like the services are available. I think it's good just to have like in a lobby or anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also in the kit, we didn't mention this, so we're using one of our really nice cloth tablecloths, but you'll get a plastic disposable purple tablecloth in your kit that you're able to keep and use or dispose of as well. This is going to fall, so I'm just going to casually place these down.
Place those down. Okay. The next things, so we mentioned that you'll get handouts and information. Let's just put those down.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
So yeah, we talked about the stand-up signs. The next thing you'll get is these handouts that are specific to whatever event you might be having, whatever the focus is. But I think in general, every event will get the power and control wheel with the cycle of violence on the back, just because that's standard, standard basic information.
Really good information to have. We've talked about this too on our lives before, so if you're not familiar with the power and control wheel, go check out some of our past lives or our website to read more about what that is.
Yeah. And then other things are, you know, some red flags and warning signs, how you can tell, is it really abuse? And on the back, how to help someone who is in an unsafe or abusive relationship. There's how to help a friend and what to do. And then another more kind of in-depth explanatory, descriptive,
oh boy.
explanatory, descriptive services list. Just making more is here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know the full extent of what our services are. I think a lot of people are familiar with our hotline and potentially our shelter, but we have so many services that we offer, and this list really lists them all out and gives better descriptions. So I think that's really good to have in a kit, especially if you're tabling for an event and maybe people aren't really familiar with the WCA. It's a really good thing to hand out and familiarize people with.
Yeah. And just a couple other things, there's, depending on the focus of your event, this might not be what you're looking for, but there is more things about what we can do in the future for more community outreach and education, and then things about our support groups, which, just to plug for the support groups, Circle of Support for female identifying survivors of sexual assault or sexual abuse, that is on Tuesdays at 6, I believe.
It says it right here.
Tuesdays at 6. Yeah, 6 o'clock. And orientation is before that, around 5:30 or 5:45. But all that information is on our website at wcaboise.org, and then you click on Get Help, and then Therapy and Support. But those are now virtual, both Circle of Support and Rap Group. So it's really easy to log in through Zoom, but you do have to RSVP because there is a limited number of spots available for those. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays for Circle of Support and RAP, which is for survivors of domestic abuse, female identifying survivors of domestic abuse. Okay, so we get some handouts, and then the goodies.
The goodies.
Oh, you will also get the standard shoe cards and brochures. So
Yes.
both Spanish and English, you'll get a number of those.
And also depending if you do have a teen audience, we've shown them before, but we have our Worth shoe cards, which are more teen focused. So if you have an event where there might be teens, you'll also get these materials and potentially different sheets as well that talk more about teen dating violence and what that looks like, because there are some nuances and differences between teen dating violence and adult relationships.
So probably some of the stuff you will be familiar with. So we have our bracelets that we will be sending out with every toolkit.
Yes, and our bracelets have our safety, healing, and freedom written on them, as well as our hotline number. They're really cool. Just those, I think the first time I was familiar with them was like the Livestrong bracelets, but they're just those like little rubbery bracelets that people love.
Yeah. And then a phone wallet, which is super helpful. You can stick it on the back of your phone.
Display some of this stuff. The point of this is we were going to show you how we set up the table sometimes, but we're realizing that
it's hard to like stand and
and put the things up to cover our face. Oh, maybe I need to scissor. Ooh, got it.
Got it.
Yeah, but so if you're doing a table yourself, I'm by no means a designer, but we'll do cute little piles of bracelets like this, just to make stuff look nice. You want to do a pile on your side?
Sure.
Do a pile.
Do a pile. Or you can lay them out like so.
Oh,
I do
yes.
a little
That's
line,
one of my favorites.
a display. Can you even see that? No, you can't. You can just pull it back a little bit.
Oh boy.
No, you can't.
What a day we're having.
And then we have our keychains.
Yes,
And
the keychains have little butterflies on them because that's our symbol for hope. And then on the back, it has our vision, or the WCA's vision, and then the hotline number as well. So really cute little keychains. I'm holding this up even though probably can't see. Yeah. And again, you can fan those out to display. They're really adorable. People love them.
Chapsticks. This chapstick is like my go-to.
It's flavored raspberry. It's
Raspberry.
a really hydrating, good raspberry.
Raspberry. It's very.
scent.
It has a lovely scent.
Yeah, kids like to eat it, I've realized.
Yep.
The kids
And
say it tastes
I don't
good.
think it's bad.
No, I think you're
I
fine.
think it's good.
You're fine.
And
then-
then things. Go for it.
We have phone wallets as well, so you can stick this on. Oh, I don't have one on the back of my phone. Oh, I have it back here. You can stick a little phone wallet on the back of your phone, or maybe if you go to work and you have a badge. And again, it has our website and our logo, and you can stick. I put my business cards in here and some shoe cards. You can put your credit cards in it. It's just a great little convenient thing. So we can put those in a kit as well.
And then the new things we developed, Chris Davis, our communications manager, had the idea for hand sanitizers. So these are
Oh, they're so cool.
these are different than any hand sanitizer I've seen. But it's like a little perfume body spray.
Yeah, kind of like a pen.
It looks
It
like a
has a
pen.
little hook, so you could, I don't have a pocket, but you could hook it onto a pocket. And especially during a pandemic, great, you can just spritz it on your hands, rub, and go. And again, they have our logo, or the W, I'm saying R, it's
Our
literally ours.
personal
Yeah.
logo.
It has hashtag what compassion accomplishes, and then the hotline numbers, the address, and the website on these little hand sanitizers. So that is also great for events.
And I'm gonna get up to get closer with this one, just because I love this so much. So we came up with this coaster. So a lot of we don't really do much outreach, or we do a lot of outreach in bars and restaurants.
Yeah, a lot of them
Yeah.
will host events for us, and a portion of their proceeds will benefit the WCA, which is so amazing, and we're really grateful and thankful that they do that. And they're also so fun to go and check out new bars and see what beers they're brewing and such. But go ahead.
Yeah, so to develop something more specific to that kind of event, a bar or a restaurant, we have a coaster now.
Yay!
It's like a nice little nice coaster. And on the back it has our vision and our 24-hour hotlines, both for domestic abuse and sexual assault. Just letting people know where we are and that we're here for them.
Did you know some people collect coasters? I thought that was such a cute idea. For,
I love coasters.
When you go to a new brewery or a bar, or maybe you're traveling somewhere, you can collect a coaster and like kind of see where you're going, kind of like how people collect shot glasses.
I never ever used them, but I love them.
No, but people will use them and like put them up as like a decoration. It was so
Maybe we should
cute
set up
idea.
a table a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just
Okay.
gonna set up this table real quick to show you what a finished table might look like.
Any questions?
And if there's any questions, please let us know.
Heidi, who used to work here, just said you better get those in order.
Get what in order?
I don't know, probably the whole
Everything.
situation.
Our brains.
Yeah, we're
Let me
all
back
over
this
the
up so we
place.
can see this a little better. Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Alright, so let's... So in front of the shoe card sign, you would want to put your shoe cards, and you can fan them out like so.
Yes.
In both English and Spanish.
Maybe we want to put our support group flyers on one side.
Yeah, under the services list, that makes sense. Teen shoe cards, and then your brochures over here.
That looks so good. I'm trying to untie these keychains. I don't know why I tied these so aggressively.
Spanish and English.
Got it. Yeah, and then with the, I guess I can show them off. With our keychains, so this is the back, and then the front is this little butterfly, and it says hope. So when I display them, I like to kind of flip everyone over every other so that people can see both the back and the front. So those can go right there. It's kind of fun to get creative and figure out how you want your table to look.
Yeah, obviously, this is just what we're going to do also in the toolkit, which I forgot to mention. We're going to take a picture of this and also put instructions for setting it up. But you can also set it up however you feel is best for your event.
Yeah.
There's no set way.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, so if anyone has any questions about the outreach toolkit, about the outreach toolkits or what this is for, how to receive one, let us know. Like we said, you can request them on the website, just like when you say that you're requesting an event that you're doing for the WCA, and we will get these toolkits out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was our second to last Wednesday show.
I know. How sad.
Yeah, glad we got to do it in the office and show a tiny wall of our office. But we'll see you guys next week for our finale.
Next week for the final Wednesday show. Well, thank you all for joining us. We hope if you do receive an outreach kit that you enjoy it. Let us know.
Let us know.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.